Hi guys! So today I am going to be doing a book haul from all the books that I got a couple weeks ago. I've kind of been procrastinating, but I'm finally doing my book haul that I talked about in recent vlogs for the books that I got at the book sale in my town that only comes around like once a year because they used to do a lot more, but our winter was really long and we have like a historical carnival kind of thing that comes around our town annually. So yes, that's just a bunch of rambles, but basically I'm going to show you guys what I got at the book sale this year. I usually get a lot of books and I was smart enough to actually bring a tote bag this year, so that's good. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with all of my classic books. I'm so excited. Yes, so we'll start with this one because this was one that I actually went to oh my gosh, there's so much cat hair on these books. This is one that I actually found in the children's section. It's called On Cherry Street, and I don't know who the author is actually. Odell Ousley and David Russell. So this one is so cute. I love it so much. This is actually a book that my mom had in my childhood, and my mom actually told me that she might have donated this, so it might actually be the book that we had. I don't know why she would donate it because I think it's so cute, but it's basically it's just like a cute little classic children's book, and I just remember looking at it as a kid and I thought it was really sweet because it was one that my mom used to have. So yes. And then I got Rose in Bloom by Louisa M. Alcott. I thought that this one just had a really pretty cover and it has some really great illustrations on the inside flap. And yeah, it just looked really good. It does have a lot of illustrations in there, so I think that that'll be cute, and I just really wanted it, honestly. Then I got My Book House, Up One Pair of Stairs. This one I got for the kind of creepy cover, and these were only $1. They didn't say how much they were, so I just went up and bought them, and she was like, these should definitely be more, but they're only selling them for $1, so I was very excited about that. And then I got My Book House, The Magic Garden. This was the one that I picked up first. I thought it looked really cute and sweet and innocent, so I'm excited for this. And then I got Lena Rivers. This one I just thought looked really cute, and I don't know, it just looks really sweet and it looks really like an old maiden story, so I'm excited. So that's all for my classic books, and now I'm going to get into the ones that, the novels that I got. This is actually another classic, but it is not like a classic cover book. So this is just Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I actually have the other book, Little Men, which is about their children, I believe. But this one is a story about, it's a classic book, everyone's probably heard of it, but it's the story of the March family, who it's basically just a bunch of sisters who are trying to go through life in the Civil War when it's kind of just them. I believe their father is at war, so, and kind of their struggles to live in this time period, and just how they kind of go through life. So this is so cute, and I've read it before, but I did really want to own it because I haven't read it since I was a kid, and I'm very excited. Then I got The Last Empress by Anchi Min. This book is about kind of the end of the Qing dynasty, and kind of goes over how she kind of goes from being like a smart girl to becoming an actual leader of the people, and I think this one's going to be so good. I'm so excited. I actually did get a lot of Chinese culture books, so for anyone who is interested in these kinds of books, there's a lot, so yeah. Then I also got The Other Bullion Girl by Philippa Gregory. I actually have another Philippa Gregory, and I'm very excited to read that one. She writes a lot of historical fiction books, and this is one that is actually about the two sisters, Mary and Anne Boleyn. So basically this is about actually Mary. Everyone knows Anne was the one who married Henry VIII, and she was, yes, so she married Henry VIII, and she's always been known as Queen Anne, and everyone kind of has heard of her, but not a lot of people have heard about about Mary, who is actually supposed to marry Henry VIII, and she kind of started to become infatuated with him, and then her sister actually wound up taking her spot, and she kind of just goes over the struggles between like her sister being her best friend but also being her rival because she stole her suitor and she stole her chance to be queen. So yes, I'm pretty excited about this one. This gold is like shining in the light and I love it. But yeah, this one I think is going to be so good, and it's also super thick, so I'm glad. Then we have The Meaning of Night, A Confession by Michael Cox, and this is a book about a boy named Edward Gliver, I believe. Yes, he's a book lover and a scholar, and he is always trying to find like greatness in his life, and he's trying to figure out like who he should be, what he should do, and he has an awakening to it, which it doesn't say, but it kind of alludes to the fact that he might be a little bit of, you know, a murderer. I don't know, but I think this one is going to be kind of exciting. It kind of almost looks like the story of like a psychopath, so I'm excited to see where this one takes us. But I guess I'll let you guys know. Well, I guess I won't let you know because that would be kind of rude to spoil the book, but I'm kind of hoping it takes that turn because that's what it kind of seems like, but I might be wrong. So then we have a classic by Amy Tan, and this is The Bone Setter's Daughter. This one has been highly acclaimed always. It's a very important cultural book, and this is about this woman who is the granddaughter of the famous bone setter, and she starts to rewrite her history through her childhood and everything to try and discover what her mother's name was. And it's also set in like the later on in her life, so she has a daughter who is actually a ghostwriter for authors, and it kind of also goes over her life with family struggles with her husband and her children, and then she is worried about her mother, so one day she comes across her writings and she goes over and reads it, and she starts to figure out her mother's life and what it was like and all the people that she met, and I think it's going to be really good, so I'm excited for this. Then we have A Gentleman in Moscow by Immortals, and this one is actually about a count who, it's set in the 1920s. Yes, the 1920s. He is a count who has been accused of being an aristocrat, and the Russians basically sentence him to house arrest in this hotel while all of these things are going on in Russia, all of this historical events are going on, so I think it's gonna kind of go over that, but it's also going to go over all of the different people that he meets and all of the different characters he discovers, and I think that this is going to be a really good historical fiction masterpiece. I'm excited. This one is also very nicely reviewed. I feel like everyone kind of reads this one and loves it, so I'm excited to read it and love it as well. I feel like I'm definitely missing a book. I'm for sure missing a book that I have. Where is that one? Do you ever just realize, like... I'll be right back. I figured out what it is. This whole time I've been like, I know I have more books. It's Since You've Been Gone by, what's her name? I can't ever remember. Morgan Matson. I couldn't remember if it was Megan or Morgan. And this is Since You've Been Gone. It came this way from the book sale. It didn't have the dust cover, which I'm not mad about. I really don't care, but I'm actually not quite sure what this one's about. I know it is over summer, and I know that it is a contemporary novel, and I also know that it is a very loved book by a lot of people. It had a lot of hype a year or so ago, I think, and I'm excited to read this one. I'm pretty sure it's about two girls. Sorry I'm not giving a whole lot of detail, but Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. There's the Lost Book. And then the last one we have is Mambo in Chinatown by Jean Kwok. This is about a girl who is kind of unhappy in her life, I guess you could say. She's an American-born Chinese, and she's always known living in Manhattan, Chinatown, where she works in a noodle shop that her father also works at. She's a dishwasher, and she's always kind of like struggled, and she's not as like successful or pretty as her sister. And then one day she gets a job as an assistant at a ballroom, and she kind of discovers like what she actually wants and the life that she loves, and she starts to kind of discover herself. And then her sister comes down with an illness, and she has to kind of balance the life that she wants and the life that she was born in, like the difference between the Eastern and Western medicine and the lifestyle. And I think that this one is going to be really sweet, and it's going to have a lot of like diversity and a lot of eye-opening information. So I feel like it's going to be really cute and sad, but also kind of light and fluffy. I don't know. I just think it's going to be really good. I'm super excited. So those are all the books that I have. This thick stack. But yeah, that was super heavy. I'm also having a lot of back troubles lately. My middle of my back has been hurting, but I have been having a desk job for the past few days, so that could be why, because I'm hunched a lot for like 7 hours of the day. So maybe that's it. I'm not used to having any sort of job where I'm not moving around constantly, so I don't think that my body is used to that. Yes, so enough about that. This is the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it and you got some good book suggestions. If you guys have read any of them and you love them, comment down below. Let me know what you guys are reading this summer, and thank you guys for watching. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. I have some vlogs and things that I'm wanting to upload more lately, so yeah. And I am going to go make some coffee because my cat kept me up all night and I am exhausted. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.